Hi everybody, it's Amy at Crafty Cat, and I'm here today to work on a piece of junk mail that actually my daughter got. And I have some digi here from Tailor Made Journals. It's her vintage European envelopes, and there are 16 pages. I've only printed 9, but they're really cool because it's the front of the envelope and then the back, so you can use both, which is fun. So I'll just kind of go through. It's upside down. I probably printed them all, or have them all upside down. But they're really cool because they're really well scanned, so you get all the edges and everything. So they are very fun, because you could definitely, just glue them together even to make just a fun piece of ephemera to stick in a pocket or something like that, and maybe do a little decorating on them. So there's that one and this one. And I just thought they'd be really fun to cover this junk mail in. And I won't be able to get like the whole envelope for all of them or whatever, but it's fine. I'm not that worried about it. And then this will go into the altered scrapbook that we're working on. I'll probably glue down this page, and then these will just, open like that. So that's kind of the idea, and that's why I'm using just copy paper, because I want to, I just want to make sure that you can't see that through there. I want it thin, because already with the junk mail, sometimes you end up with really thick. This isn't super duper thick though, so I think that it will work great. I hope you guys are having an awesome day. I had to go get a dental filling, and it wasn't for a cavity. It's because one of my gums receded off of one of my teeth, because I guess I brushed my teeth too hard. I don't know, it's always something, I swear. It's like you either don't brush them well enough or whatever, but anyway, so they had to just kind of put some of the filling material in there to protect the root. So yeah, all the fun stuff as you get older is just great. Just great fun. So see, I'll mostly get that, so yeah, that's better than I thought. And the little spots where there isn't anything, we'll just put like some other cool ephemera there, or paper, not ephemera. I'm looking at this envelope thinking ephemera. I went to a little like antique shop on my way home, of course, and bought too much stuff. But I just found some cool old like composition notebook and just things like that I love finding, because they are kind of hard to find. So anyhow, I may be using some little bits and pieces from that stuff. Like I may just use, I found this Christian service songs. I like these because they have the little tiny music notes, so those are kind of fun. And the edges, look at that edge of that paper right there, how it's all like all folded up. I gotta move my stuff up so you guys can see. But yeah, it's really cool. So anyway, I like to use these. I really like this one. It's really, really old. That is glued to that other page. Oh man. I kind of want to see too, because I'm curious when this one was done. But I'm probably not going to be able to figure that out, am I? And I just printed off the copyright. Oh, 1864 this says, but I doubt the whole book is from then. That's the only one that has a date at the top. Oh, there we are. 1934, that sounds more right. That one's 1938, yeah, okay. Got it. So this I'm going to take out and put a little bit along the edge there. So yeah, hope you guys are having a good day. Mine's been totally great, other than, of course it's never super fun to go to the dentist, but it wasn't that bad of a, took like all of, I don't know, 15 minutes or whatever, so it wasn't bad at all. They didn't have to do like a bunch of drilling or anything. which is always nice. I really like this, the way the edge is. I might have to use that somewhere else. So I don't want to mess that up. If you hear somebody talking, my son's talking on the phone, so you might hear his voice here and there. My daughter's at work. She's really liking her new job. It's been great for her. Even though she's a little bit whooped from that graduation party. She's kind of like I am. We don't do real well on not much sleep. It's like it takes us a while to catch back up again. I don't know if that's, you know, kind of a norm for everybody. It doesn't seem to affect my husband or my son a whole lot. So that's why I think it's really just some people that have that problem. But anyhow, she's kind of dragging a little this week, but she likes where she works, so that's awesome. She has been. There's a few people close to her age, so that's always a benefit. And there's even one that she knows from school who works every, you know, they don't work all the same days, but every once in a while. I think I might just let that stick on that side. Since it doesn't really matter, it's going to be the back. Okay, yeah, I like these a lot, Lorna. These letters are great. Or, you know, envelopes. I was kind of going for that envelope, flipping envelope thing, kind of like we did on the front of that journal, the bee journal that I just did. But obviously, like, I don't want to use whole envelopes because they get, you know, gets too really thick, because that got really thick, that front of that journal. And, you know, it was fine for the front, but inside of the journal I just worried that it might be a little too much. So I wanted to do something like that, and then I saw these, that Lorna had these, and I was like, ooh, that's perfect. So I went and bought some of those this morning before I went to the dentist. So yeah, that was, you'd find. I also found the cutest tissues with bees all over them that I'm going to use to decoupage instead of as tissues. So that's fun. I might even put some on this front part. Okay, so there's that, and then so if anybody lives in Caldwell, Idaho, Nampa, Idaho area, and you haven't been to the milking barn, go check her stuff out, because she does have some really cute stuff. And I know, sorry, that leaves a whole lot of people out, because a whole bunch of you live very far from here, but you know, if you do. These are much more like napkins than Kleenexes, I would say. Need a piece of tape. I think there's even, yeah, another layer on there. So yeah, I would call these napkins more than tissues, but they're so cute with the little bumblebees all over it. I was saving all those for a while, and sometimes I still do if they don't all tear apart, but now I'm tossing them again. The whole coronavirus thing, I was worried we weren't going to have toilet paper there for a while, but it's gotten a lot better, luckily. This is just one of those water brushes, and I'm just using it to help me get a piece of this out without, you know, destroying the entire thing. It works very nicely. Probably could have taken that gold edge too, because we've been doing gold, but we'll just, still ripped it at the wrong spot. Okay. And I think I'm just going to go ahead and do like the dry method of using the glue stick to put it on. If I can get a hold of it. Let's put a little card here. Okay, I want it to peel apart after that. And let's see, maybe a flower or something. That is what I did with the sticker ones. What are there? Like I knew they're here somewhere. Somewhere in the mess they're existing. Roses are pretty. I don't want to cover up everything. I just really like that. I need to get a little bit of that glue around the edge of that off. That's bugging me. Because I don't like it when it stays there and is shiny. Because I went too far up and everything. Yeah, I don't want to cover the entire thing. But I don't know, it kind of feels like I don't know what I'm trying to say. That one might not be bad. And these I got from In Love Art Shop, inloveartshop.com. And I don't know if they have this particular package. That's kind of the problem. It's sort of hit and miss. Like, I think I just used that one on something else. You know, sometimes they only have certain packs of these. I just got lucky and, you know, got a hold of them. So I think I'm going to go ahead and use that one. I like that. And they just look so cool in these envelopes because they're a little bit transparent. I love all those little bees. They're so cute. Okay, now the peeling, which is always the most tedious part of this deal. Sorry, I apologize. It's a real struggle. The struggle is real, whatever. Thought I had it, but I don't. There we go. That's the only problem with these, is the getting them off of the backing. Okay. I love all the bees. That's fun. So then we'll open it to here, and I thought it would be fun to just do, like, you know, papers that you can write on. So like, you know, this kind of stuff. Or you could even use like the back of the envelope would be good, because you could definitely write on that. What did I do with the one that I just had? Because you could definitely write on that. So maybe we'll use this and a little bit of that other little ledger I have. hope you guys all have an awesome, safe 4th of July, if I forget to say it tomorrow, because I'm a tingling. But, yeah, I hope you guys all have a good one. Stay safe and healthy, of course. Come down this just a tad. We're not, I don't think many places are, but we're not having any fireworks shows, so it's going to be kind of crazy because fireworks are legal here, so it's always nuts on the 4th of July. So there's going to be even more people setting off their own fireworks. I'm going to just, you know, stay home. I mean, obviously pretty much everybody is, but yeah, I'm just going to stay out of the fray. Because it tends to get a little nutty anyway with all the people setting off their own fireworks. It's kind of scary, really. Oh, I guess I should have put that other piece underneath, huh? And I missed my edge because I'm good like that. But that's what ink is for. I don't know how Rachel does it with no ink. I just don't. I am not that good. I'll just go up a little bit further, maybe, and get a little more. Okay. Oh, my face is starting to itch because the Novocaine, or whatever in the heck you call it now, is wearing off. So my nose itches and my cheek itches. That stuff makes me feel so weird. I get all shaky and ugh, I just don't like it. It's like drinking 10 cups of coffee or something. But yeah, it was numb all the way up under my eye. It was so weird. It's like the strangest feeling. So that's a good spot to write. Maybe if I can get this trimmed. Okay, so there's actually lots of places on here to write and decorate and stuff. So these things are kind of neat because you just glue that one down and then this is all. But doesn't that look kind of cool, having the back and the front, even though I covered part of that, but I still think it looks cool. Alright, what should we do on this side? Maybe just another writing spot. So let's use this for my bee journal. Maybe, I don't know, it's kind of big. I don't think I'd be able to get anything out of that, so maybe not. What else do I have in here? Just trying to use random pages and stuff. Let me see, I had other stuff left. Okay. Sorry, I'm just going through some paper to figure out what in the world I want to put there. Put this. I wonder if it would fit with the bird. And then you won't get a whole lot of writing space there either. So I'm just going to use this one. because it doesn't really matter what portion of it gets used. So I'm going to tear this plain part off. Just need a little tiny bit off of this side. And this is from my old paper Digi, the first one. If you need some, you know, backing papers or just plain writing pages in your journal. They're kind of fun for that. I just realized I can read that stuff in there, so I think I'm going to put a plain, that would probably work. It just, you can see that part through there, so it doesn't look real great. It's the only problem with the junk mail trying to cover it, because a lot of times it is kind of just obnoxious colors and stuff. Not that that is a bad color gray, but it's just, it shows through this lighter paper. You could use a little bit heavier weight, but then we're back to bulk, so I guess that adds bulk to adding another piece under it. So yeah, if you get these really cool, you know, pieces in the mail, definitely use them, because they're fun to do something with. They've already got all the folds and flips in them, so. Okay, and I always miss corners. So I'm going to put a little. Saw it flip up. I think that one's alright. Go. And you can still see some of this writing, but I'm not as worried about that, because that just kind of looks like book page or something under there, and you really can't even fill that other sheet of paper. And I'm going to have a sip of tea, if I can, with my crooked face. Alright, so what do we want to put on this part? Another little bit of this. Kind of like that edge up there. Oh, it still needs more. Yeah, I got quiet. I don't know what. I mean, I tend to just kind of be that way, but just don't have a whole lot to say. We haven't had much going on except graduation stuff, and that's all done, so now it's on to summer homework projects for my son. I got to get after him and get him doing those. That's always the hardest one. Like, he's really good about doing schoolwork all year, but he takes those advanced classes and he has to do projects in the summer, and that's a struggle, which I understand. I mean, it's crazy the projects they do in the summer. It's like but it's got to get done. We've had projects that have taken all summer, and a lot of times they have like a, you know, diorama or something that goes along with it, and so that can be time consuming. I mean, they're kind of fun to do. I do like doing those, but I mean, I don't do it, they do it, but watching them and helping them and junk like that. But yeah, it's just time. A lot of time goes into all that. And this is from Allie's Papers Past digital download, which is a great one. I really like it. I'll try to remember to link everybody. Tailor-Made Journals, Allie. Oh, I was going to use some stuff from Emmephemera as well. Because I've got some cool things that would go well with this sort of like old paper look. And this may not get done today. I don't know. Try our best here. Okay, I'm going to grab my folder from Emmephemera. I'll be right back. You know, it always has to be somewhere where you can't find it when you need it. Found it. Kind of just have them all in piles like this. Of things, whatever I have printed out, basically. I mean, there's more to it than this, but we're just going to use some of these pieces. And this is her antique advertisements, and it's Emmephemera's Treasures. I always forget to say the treasures part. I always say just Emmephemera for some reason. But treasures is part of it. Of old advertisements. They look so cool. The advertisements now are so, or maybe it's just because that's what we're used to seeing. I don't know. They're just not very exciting in my opinion. This is some really old music sheet, like, you know, the covers or whatever on them. But they look so cool. Yeah, I think I could glue that strip right along there. The cool part about this journal that I'm doing is I can use some of these old kind of antique-y papers that I normally wouldn't really be able to use, you know, because they're breaking apart and falling apart so much. But because I'm gluing a lot of stuff down, I can do that. So that's really kind of cool. Hopefully this won't just totally disintegrate on me, which it might. So I think I'm just going to kind of run glue on here to get it stuck down good. It's going to have to go this way. See, I love all the cracks and all that in it, but it's hard if you can't get it glued down all the way because it just breaks. I have that green piece there because that was our address on there. Okay. That should be good there. And then where did I put that? I don't know if I want, you know, because I do want writing space, so I don't want too much of, maybe I'll just put like this top part and then put a writing something down there. I got this great old, you know, just paper, lined paper, but it's all nice and aged. And I don't know what's on it, it won't come off, so. I don't know what is on there. It's old paper. Alright. Actually, I don't want to do like a perfect tear. A little more of the... I like the staining at the top of that. I'm going to end up covering it. Oh my goodness, my nose is driving me crazy. It's just so bad because of the whatever they give you now to numb your teeth, lidocaine. Oh, you can still see some of it. Okay. Yeah, I might get strung up by my toenails tonight by my husband. I went a little crazy at that. It's hard to find the paper stuff, and I can use some of this stuff in my digis and everything, so it's like, you gotta get it when you find it, or you're just out of luck. Who knows when you'll ever find it again. But anyway, he doesn't understand the paying money for old paper, but what are you gonna do? He just thinks I'm silly, that's all. Ah, I just ripped that piece off. Well, you know, that's probably going to get covered anyway by something else, and now it's stuck to my finger. It won't stick to the paper, but it will stick to my finger. I can find a spot that doesn't have a bunch of glue. And Emmephemera Treasures. Emily is a friend of Dee Dee's, Dee Dee Farrago, who's on my design team, and I think a lot of you watch her videos. She does a great job. And she's got some cute stuff in her shop, and I've bought other like actual old pieces from her, like some old tobacco labels that were really cool looking, and yeah, so she's got some neat things. And that you don't have to come to Idaho to find. Alright. I think I might decorate this one because we'll have like, oh, this one will get decorated on the outside, huh? I gotta do my fold again here because that glue on the other side is making that not want to fold. Put a little bit of, this isn't straw paper, but it's the same color, it's just a different type of, it's a much thinner paper. I got that in Happy Mail. That would fit just about perfectly. It's not, it's kind of plain, but I might have to just kind of take these pieces off because they won't stick down and they just keep getting caught on everything. Okay. But this paper just kind of, it's almost like a handmade or something. It just kind of curls at the end. Kind of glossy on one side and then more of a papery, handmade paper texture on the other. I don't know, you know, what it is exactly, but it's very similar to the color and everything of the straw paper from Italy. It's just not quite as thick. I guess I will cut that off. Looks kind of weird. Airplanes are out flying around today. They're probably getting ready for. They'll probably do something this weekend. They usually do because we have a pretty big museum and stuff for military planes and stuff like that. Can't think of the right words, but it's kind of weird when you're creating how because your brain's working on that, it's speaking is just can be difficult. Like, I don't know, it's really strange because stuff that normally would just come to me like that just doesn't sometimes when I'm doing this stuff. It's a weird feeling. Let's see, it feels like it needs just a little something else. I'm not sure what, but maybe just a little like music down there or something. Again, I just really love this corner here. And I'll trim off the parts that are hanging off. It really doesn't need ink. It's like very aged looking already. And I'll just kind of glue that little flap down. Like that on purpose just because I don't want to lose a bunch of it. This looks kind of cool. And then what else? What other little crazy things do I have sitting here? Might be cool. think this is just one I found. That's not even a real stamp. I mean, it was a real stamp. It's just from like New York Public Library or something, because it's printed on that, what do you call that stuff? Parchment paper. You know, that really hard thing to think of. I don't think it's just a problem that I struggle with either, because I notice other crafters have the same problem. And then if they get into what they're talking about and thinking about that, then they start messing up on what they're making. I just think it's, I don't know. I think it takes more brain power than we realize to do creative things. I don't know. It's just strange. Because you just think you're just kind of doing it, but... Okay. That will work. Needs a little more right under there, I can see, because it's not going to stick. There we go. Alright, and we'll do this last side, and then I will let you guys go. And I might go crazy because my nose itches so much. It's driving me nuts. Oh, I think I want to use another one of those. I totally forgot about the envelopes. See, that's what I do. I get this stuff, I have this idea, I wanted to do it all like the envelopes, and then I just totally went off on another tangent. But, you know, that's what I do. Because I'm kind of a ding-dong. This one's kind of cool looking. Again, it's the whole focusing issue. I'm going to have to tear off like either the top or the bottom, because this one is much bigger than this one was. Another one that's a little smaller. Maybe, yeah, this one looks a little bit smaller, not a bunch, but at least I won't lose like a whole bunch of it. I can use that for something else. I can add it to the page because I'll have room on the page too, because this won't take up the whole page. Yeah, we're still gonna have to lose some. It says France down there and all that. I want to keep that, but let's see. But I don't want to lose the stamps because those are cool. So let's scoot it down a little. And I still end up tearing too much off. Geez, Amy. Get it together. Yeah, I'll just put a little piece of this on, just to, you know, not have just white sticking out. This says to say goodnight to the little fish. I don't even know. That must have been that old paper I had that I was using for like the fairy picture and stuff that we did the first day of this series. Okay, so if it goes this way, like, well then, no, this one will get glued down. So these ones come in like that. So I'm trying to figure out which way I want I guess I want it this way. Does that make sense? To have it that way? Or should it go the other way? think I like it better that way. Okay. I don't think it matters. It's not like a rule or anything. It's just what you like. Oh my goodness. I'm getting too sticky now. And so is my book. I actually want to line up with that down there because I have a piece of paper for this end. Which changed because I turned my envelope around. You guys are probably yelling at me. I'm just going to ink it. Okay, so now we have that one will be glued down. These two will come like this. So much for the whole stacking envelopes effect, but I still think it's cool looking and a good place, a good journaling spot. So we could put a little flower or something on this side. I could even put a mushroom because this journal is whatever in the world I want. I just decided it was going to be my whatever, like there's no specifics necessarily. Yeah, those ones look better, they're smaller. Like, you know, instead of having just mushrooms or mainly the theme being mushrooms, although I do have mushrooms already in there, so in a way I'm still sticking with it, but it's not, it's more eclectic. That's the word I'm looking for. Oh my word. These might drive me nutty. Don't roll all up onto yourself. I love mushrooms, they're so cute. And they're pretty delicious as well. Stuck under my glass mat there. Okay, do we want like a butterfly? This one might be better. The blue one actually looks better. And it's already inked, so voila. I think these were Rachel at Roxy Creations butterflies. Her first, the fussy cut ones. Not that newer. She's got a newer one out too. Okay, I like how you can see that stamp thing back there. So this is it. So it'll get glued down in the book, and then it opens like that, and then this flap opens. Lots of journaling space there. All right, and then I'll, you know, my next video will be about, oh my goodness, Amy, like doing the page so that you guys can see how that page is all going to come out. All right, I will see you guys again soon. Thank you so much. Bye-bye now.